Every day, millions of people work. Some earn money, some work to only help others. But have you ever wondered what is the real value of work? Let's discover the real value of work through today's chapter. Hello everyone, welcome back to Learn with Ira. Today we are going to study chapter 13, Value of Work. Before we begin, let's look at the two big questions given in the chapter. What are the different types of activities that people engage in? What is their contribution to our everyday lives? By the end of this video, you will understand about economic activities, non-economic activities, different types of payments, value addition, why community service is important. Let's begin. The chapter starts with a simple story. Annu and Kabir are playing in the park. Suddenly, they see their neighbor, Geeta auntie, returning home from work in her uniform. She is a pilot in the Indian Air Force and is the pride of the whole town. Kabir tells Anu that the uniform hanging in his house belongs to his grandfather. His grandfather serviced in the border security force. After retirement, he now spends his time teaching geography to neighborhood children free of cost. Anu then talks about her own family. Her parents run a garment shop. Her mother also teaches stitching to women in the community. Her elder brother, Rohan, is a software engineer. On weekends, he volunteers to teach computer skills to young people. Seeing all this, Kabir says, everyone around us does so many things. And that's exactly what this chapter wants to tell us. Let's identify what each character was doing. For example, Geeta auntie is an Air Force pilot. Grandfather is teaching children for free. Parents are running a garment shop. Mother is teaching stitching. Rohan is a software engineer and volunteer teacher. All these people are working. But are all these activities the same? Not exactly. The chapter divides them into two categories: economic activities and non-economic activities. Economic activities are activities that are performed in exchange for money or money's worth. Examples include a shopkeeper selling school bags, farmers selling crops, lawyers charging fees, truck drivers transporting goods, factory workers. These activities help people earn income. Money may be received as salary, fee, profit, wages, or other payments. Non-economic activities. Now let's understand non-economic activities. These activities are not done to earn money. Instead, they are done with love, care, gratitude, and respect. Examples include parents cooking food, helping children study, taking, taking care of grandparents, helping in home renovation, teaching someone for free. These activities don't generate income, but they are extremely valuable. Think about it. Kabir's grandfather teaches children for free. Is this an economic activity? No, because he doesn't receive any payment. But school teachers receive salaries. Therefore, teaching in school is an economic activity. Types of economic activities. Next, the chapter introduces Kavya. She visits her aunt's village. On the way, she sees a highway under construction. Large machines are being operated by trained technicians. Her uncle works as a bulldozer operator and receives a monthly salary. Her aunt works in the post office and also teaches online classes for free. Nearby, a farm laborer tills land using a tractor. He receives daily wages. Part of his payment is cash, and the other part is mangoes. This is called payment in kind, where payment is received in goods instead of money. Ways people are paid. People receive payment in different forms. Salary, a fixed monthly payment. Fee, payment for professional services. Wages, payment for work done over a specific period. Payment in kind, receiving goods instead of cash. All these are different kinds of compensation. What is value addition? Now comes one of the most important concepts. Rajesh is a carpenter. He buys wood for 600 rupees. After using his skills and tools, he makes a chair. He sells it for 1000 rupees. The extra 400 represents the value of his skill, effort, and time. This is called value addition. When raw materials are transformed into something more useful, their value increases. Importance of non-economic activities. The chapter now explains why non-economic activities matter. They help society. They strengthen relationships. They improve our quality of life. One example is seva or selfless service. Many temples, gurudwaras, mosques, and churches service people without expecting anything in return. For example, langar provide free meals to everyone. Such activities create happiness and gratitude. Community participation. Another important example is Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Citizens work together to keep roads, parks, and neighborhoods clean. Similarly, during one Mahotsav, people participate in tree plantation drives to protect forests. These are wonderful examples of non-economic activities that benefit everyone. Quick recap. Let's quickly revise. Economic activities earn money. Non-economic activities are done without expecting payment. People receive salaries, fees, wages, or payment in kind. Value addition increases the worth of product. Community service makes societies stronger. Every kind of honest work deserves respect. Whether someone earns money or serves society without payment, every contribution makes our lives better. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Learn with Ira for more exciting lessons. See you in the next lesson. Bye.